In this video, I'm sharing a little workflow tip that I started using to keep my projects more organized. Maybe you could benefit by trying them out. So the actual tip is to use clip colors or change the colors of your clip in your timeline so that things are easier to find. So to do that, you simply right click, clip color, and then choose the color that you want. Now, to make these make sense in your workflow is that you might realize that when you drag videos or images, they usually have the same shade of blue. If you drag in titles, they will have a different colors. If you go to generators, let's say, they will have a different color again. And if you go to effects, if you do an adjustment layer or a fusion composition, well, the images, videos, and adjustment layers and fusion compositions usually have a similar type of color or shade of blue. If you have a big timeline, then these can be confusing when you want to find stuff that you want to work on later on and add again, right? Or that you want to have to go back and edit. Usually, if I want to use an adjustment layer and let's say I add the zoom effect or the dynamic zoom effect, which, by the way, if you want to check that out, you can go into this link and check that video out and you can download this effect too. For example, if I add the dynamic zoom effect, I would usually select this clip color and then make it green. And then I just copy this one from the start. So the first time I add it, and then I just continuously use that same one so that I know now that this one is the dynamic zoom effect. So if I review a project and I see something weird, then I know it's the dynamic zoom that was looking up, for example, then I can go back and find that quickly on my timeline. And you can do this process for pretty much anything. If you have a section of your video that you want to go back, what I usually do, let's say I want to add a fusion effect here later on, or I want to go back and edit something, I just right click and set this up to orange, because then I can go back and add anything else that I need to. Now for audio, it's similar. If you add audio tracks, they all are the same shade of green, but if you make a little bit of a change, they will have a different shade of color. But still, if you're adding sound effects, that can make it really complicated to find things specifically. So what I would recommend you to do is, let's say you select, let's say ambience sound effects would be a certain color. So all the ambient sound effects of your timeline, let's say you can choose to be purple. So now you can know that if you want to change something from the ambience, then you just look for the purple color stuff. And depending on how many sound effects you have on your videos or types of, then you can adjust that accordingly. I don't want to make this video too long as it is a really simple and I would say individual process, because you can get to decide what colors to use and what you want to color. And that is it for this video. I will see you in the next one here in SUALVI. Bye.